we are live. Hello and welcome. As usual, chill stream. Continue leveling my warrior. Yeah, we are level 69 right now. Nice. Yeah, today we need to reach level 70 and probably start doing some dungeons. I'm not sure about it. Just level 70. That's the goal. We'll see how it goes after that. Pam pam pam. And now I can see my bitrate. Cool. Let me quickly send out a tweet. I already had the message. Yep. All done, all good. You can hear me, the game has volume, perfect. Now I need to remember how to get back my UI, there it is. Yep, so what were we doing last time? I think I finished everything I want in terms of main story quest. Yes, and I was doing side quest in, what was that location? Onara Plains. Yep. Aiding the Accord, the Isles Call. Is it the same? Continue your efforts? Yeah. 5 world quests and 3000 reputation. That's cool. That's fine by me. Boom boom boom. Nice transmog. I mean, it's a blood elf with Thunder Furies. It's always nice. The Waking Shores tour. No, that's not what I was doing. There it is, the Broken Road. Let's go do that. Do I want to reach the top of the tower? No, I guess we'll just start flying. I've already updated all of my add-ons. I've updated my VCores. I've actually installed Vago app. So now I can see VCore updates in-game. Surprisingly. I should have opened it closer to the mic. That's my mistake. I will do better next time. Probably later today. We'll do another try. Overall, this is a failed can. It's raw, so to speak. It's not from the fridge. Unfortunately, yeah. And I have a few in the fridge, so maybe later today. At around 9:30, so in an hour, my time, you can see at the top right corner of my screen. I will get a delivery and I will be out for about 10 minutes probably. Yeah, because I will have to handle it. Where is the ore? I see the ore. Terrified deposit. Where is it? Show yourself. There it is. It's the regular one. Yeah, it's not going to give any experience whatsoever. Actually, okay, it's definitely worth it digging the ore. Yeah, gathering is actually worth it. I had no idea. I should have paid more attention to it. Let's go do the quests. Oh, yeah. I bought Photoshop courses. My work provides us with some budget buying courses on Udemy and other platforms, but this one is from Udemy. Yeah, so I bought the courses. The most popular one course. The most popular course. And it's done by some Indian dude. If you think that my accent is bad, if my English is bad, you should have heard that guy. That's insane. If those were my money, I would have refunded it immediately. But unfortunately, with how it's all set up at my work, I cannot refund it. So I just left a bad review. But essentially, I did like... It's 8 hours of videos, of educational videos on Photoshop. I did like half an hour and I just couldn't handle it anymore. I just left a review and bailed. And I don't know, especially lately, I don't like speaking badly about other people who are hustling. He's just trying to earn money, probably. Actually, no, I've seen his his replies to other reviews. No, he's not just trying, he's a douchebag. Yeah, that's fine, okay, yeah. So yeah, usually I try to not speak badly of other people, but man, hearing him speak made me feel so good about my English. Yeah. And I feel like he's scamming people with this, because this is not the course you should follow. I have no idea how he got that many followers, that many students. I don't know. That is insane. It's just the most popular Photoshop course for beginners on Udemy. And it's so bad. Okay, let's begin. The quest, Connection to Anara. The wind is restless here, Sephririus. Anara is reaching out. I must answer her call. I need reagents for my ritual. Reeds from the riverbank, feathers from the tails of mallards, and the heart of the salamander. No, salamander. Maybe some mix of salamander and panther? Salamanders are not real as far as I know. So that's a strange mix. Gather these materials from the river so that I may heed her voice. Okay, so far I can read this without my glasses. Today my eyes are feeling well. Surprisingly. But I already see that it's not perfect, so I will be making pauses while reading. Do you really want to fight me? Dude, I do not want to fight you. Shit, I really don't want to, okay. Read Schemer. Okay, it's a bug, okay. With bugs I'm much more lenient in terms of killing them. Yeah. Yes! Salamander. I actually don't know, it's like your regular salamander. Okay. Yeah. Are they going to aggro? Yes. Fuck. And it's so fun to see I had this talent. This one, sidearm. Sometimes you just throw weapons at the enemies nearby, not just enemies, but like critters as well. Random weapons. So you can accidentally kill a bunch of critters around you. And killing mallards is especially painful for me because I live, well, I should stop saying where I live, but around where I live we have a lot of ducks, swans, mallards, geese, all of those kinds of birds. And killing them is really not that pleasant. I see them every day, like walking on ice. Well, right now it's not icy here anymore, but a couple of days ago it was icy, and just looking them walking on ice, seeing them breaking the ice to drink. Oh. So I'm done with this. What else do I need to do? I still need salamanders. Yes, I still need salamanders. One here. Actually, we have some birds here that I wasn't able to identify. Maybe those were exactly mallards. I need to check how mallards look in real life. Let me do this right now. Yeah, so actually, yeah, got to tell you, I've started a Photoshop course. I've actually started it on YouTube. YouTube is much better right now with this. So maybe soon I will make a bunch of overlays so I can show you my screen better. We'll see. So, mallard. I know that mallard is a... Maybe those were, yes, especially this gray one, brown one. Oh, those are wood ducks on Google really look like these mallards. Yes, identical. Mallards. What do mallards translate? Oh. Translate. It will detect the language. Okay. We don't use that word in Russian. We probably just say ducks. Up. Up. I love how Execute looks. Especially with two-handed weapon and the new animation. I don't know if it's the default animation for Execute right now or is it unlocked with some talent, but this bloody Execute with heavy hit from above you, from overhead. Like, boom. And how heavy the swing is from the back. I cannot get tired of it.
It's too far away.
Heart, finally.
May Onara's breath lift your spirit.
Onara does not speak in languages as we do. Her voice carries through the very winds. We mystics are trained to feel her presence, follow her call, and interpret her messages. I have used the materials you gathered to bind totems to this particular call. Aid me in a ritual to center her voice. Then I will interpret her song.
Do your best.
I'm ready.
Go with Come. Help me place
Voice
the
acted nice.
stones for the ritual.
The game, especially the voices, are pretty quiet, but they're also quiet for me here.
Feathers of the waterfall. Creatures of sky and river.
Actually, in the subtitles, the text is different from what she's saying.
Reeds of the river. Here to whistle her song.
Okay, this one's correct.
Wind is your song, Mother Eagle. Show me.
Okay. By the way, probably tomorrow I'm also going to play World of Warcraft. Do I have any plans for tomorrow?
Today,
No.
off to your next adventure.
At least I don't remember at the moment. I'll probably be playing World of Warcraft. Then I wanted to do coding during the weekend. It's not going to happen.
An affront to her gift. We must be wary.
Yes, so it's not going to happen. I forgot that this weekend is Christmas. So we'll probably do some chill streams. I will probably do Genshin. And I will probably do story quests in Genshin. I see flicker. Maybe like this? Oh, my up hang. My camera up. And completely. Okay, I hope that the camera is still doing alright. Is it hot or anything? No. Okay, the screen is hot, but it's far away. Not responding. Let's try to restart it. Close. Okay, the camera is still working, so just the up hanged. Sorry. Format. Okay, all good. Let's try noise reduction again. I see the flicker on my camera. Do you see it on the stream? A little bit, yes, above my head. Strange. I don't remember it being there before. I will double check the words. Okay. Akir vocalizes as Sansok Khan science. Yes, so this is Sansok Khan. She speaks with science, and this guy translates it, actually vocalizes it. So Marukai rests beside the mountain near this grove. Our journey is almost over. The Kural is a time of truce amongst the Maruk, but on Seshtang's omen is troubling. We must stay on our guard. So yes, she says that the omen that we've just seen, the storm from the totems, is troubling. Okay, I can jump on the dog. Let's go. An extremely chill stream.
Marukai is just ahead. It is a grand and sacred meeting place. Centaur from all around the plains gather there. Each season we meet for the Kural, a time of truce and communion. Clans large and small come together, sharing our resources and our stories.
Okay.
I do look forward to reconnecting to my peers. Perhaps Tagari Khan can help me decipher this omen from the river.
Such get-togethers, I don't know. Conventions are always fun. Yeah, conventions, true. That is convention. These cheap lights.
I am going to avoid the Nakud. They antagonize everyone at these things.
Okay, I missed it when I was playing the Demon Hunter. Nokud. Okay. I actually had no idea that Nokud is one of the clans of these centaurs. Centaurs? Let's see if I can get the transcript. Can you open, please? Yes, you can. Centaur.
The rest of the Shikar should have already arrived from the other camps. Our rise should be well settled by the time we arrive.
Yeah, Centaur. Okay. Let's try how Google will pronounce it.
Centaur.
Centaur. Okay.
It seems the other clans beat us here. Between our outsider and the Green Dragon emissary, this should be a Kural to remember.
A Kural? Oh yeah, makes sense. So Marukai is the term for all of their people combined from all the clans. Kural is this event that we are attending. Okay. And Marukai also is this location, this area. Okay. Or in our case, this venue. For our convention. Chill experience indeed. It's nice that this quest is here for those who enjoy it. Oh, he's just playing in the mud. Ah, cool. Okay, we have arrived. This is our Nakud offensive dungeon. And here is our Sensok Khan. Welcome to Marukai. Okay, into the plains. Clan Tirai. Clan Tirai is the clan of our Kanam Matra. Our direct connection to the Maruk ancestors. They are the holders of our traditions and our storytellers. To understand the Maruk, you must understand Clan Tirai. Or Maruk. Aha, so probably Maruk is the term used to describe all of the centaurs here. Okay, okay. And Marukai is the area, and Karum is the event. Okay. To understand the Maruk, you must understand Clan Tirai, one of the Kanam Matra's daughters. One of the Kanam Matra's daughters, Karin Dotur, probably, is preparing a meal for our ancestors. Aid her, she will teach you about our people. Okay. Clan Onir. The mystics of our land, like On Seshtang, belong to Clan Onir. The mystics of our lands, like On Seshtang, it's the girl who helped us with the prophecy with the omen, belong to Clan Onir. Okay, so she is actually not of our clan. The clan is not made up of families, but rather of centaur from across the plains, with an innate connection to Onara. I see. So she was probably born into our clan. What is our clan? I don't remember. Okay, so of that clan that I'm helping to right now. But because she's connected to Onara in some way, she was reallocated to Onir clan. They spend their lives building that connection and honing their skills. Eventually, they receive assignments to advise different clans and protect our lands. Oh, maybe not. Maybe she was assigned here. Okay. Okay. On Seshtang went to speak with her Khan about the omen she received. Join her to learn about Onir. Clan Nakud. Clan Nakud is the newest to rise to power. Their late Khan, Jakan, raised a mighty army to seize territory from their predecessors. Such is the way of our people. While Jakan had earned his respect, his son has not. Balakar killed his father and took control of the clan. They have grown ever more insular since. But to know the Maruk, you must know them.
Clan Nokud can be quite aggressive. Tomul, accompany our friend to make their introductions.
Yes, my Khan. First, I get stuck being your keeper. And now I have to introduce you to the Nakud? You're testing my limits, Two-Foot.
Sure, whatever. And this is the quest just to generally show me the Marukai this area. The Maruk as a people are not staunchly against outsiders. But we do require any potential allies to prove their worth. As you meet the clans and aid in our ventures, word will spread of your support. On the lower level of the Krutal, on the hill, you will find one of the Kanam Matra's daughters, who can help you see where you stand with our people. Be sure to introduce yourself. Oh, so that is the... Why didn't I get the quest? There we go. 26 out of 25. This add-on is never going to be updated again. What was I saying? It probably wasn't important. What I've noticed on streams is that when I speak, no, just speak, my main brain shuts
Go
down.
play with your birds, Shakar.
I am not here by choice. We should just get this over with.
My main brain shuts down. My secondary brain begins to speak. And sometimes I'm not aware of what it is saying.
Speak up.
Yeah, and so sometimes I swap between them. And I have no idea what I was talking about. Especially if someone writes in the chat, it's just like rebooting. Need to swap the process. I had the great unpleasantness of introducing you to Bahir, one of Balakar Khan's thugs. Okay, and Balakar is that new Khan who killed his father.
I am not your key. Time for me to depart. Enjoy your time with these thugs, Two-Foot.
Okay, who are you?
Greetings.
Ha!
Star Wars.
Look at you, weak. Just like those puny hunters that brought you here. You want to know the Nakud? We speak through battle. Our battle ritual is called the Tabar. We train, we spar, and it hardens us. Now there is no weakness in our clan. Enough talk, go spar.
So go. Prove you're not as weak as you look.
You dare bring that outsider here? You insult Onara, Balakar Khan. Step away from this path.
The Nokud deserve the power of the storm. We will show the Maruk how far they have fallen.
My Khan, this interloper has no place amongst your Nokud. We must cleanse ourselves of any weakness.
Will he just kill him?
Let the storm envelop you.
What the fuck, dude?
Sage.
I completely missed all of this on my Demon Hunter, but this guy is unhinged. Okay, and these, they came first to our clan, tried to convince us to join them,
Will you join?
and now they came to Nakud, and Nakud actually wants power,
Want of us, outsiders.
so they succumbed to the persuasion. Okay, so I need to kill a few centaurs.
Have you brought me
Let's spar. Yeah.
I can't attack that.
Back away.
Um,
Show me your hands.
I'm out of range.
Show me your hands.
Shikar, that's our clan. Yeah, that I came with. Swear to God, I will just execute one of them right in time.
Well then.
It's too far away.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
I can't attack.
Sure. All of them are done with this useless fight. Mm-hmm. So I actually need to do all of the quests I see here, so let's go through them one by one. Who are you? Renowned Quartermaster. Okay, so... And Keeper of Renown.
Be welcome.
Where do I stand with Maruk? And what is this huge bunch of text? Between gossip amongst the clans and the corral, at the corral, and news from my mother, the Kana Matra. I have a good sense of how my people feel. If you ever wish to know your standing with the Maruk, come to me. My standing with the Maruk is pretty weak. Join the forces. Dragon Isle supplies. Centaur hunting trophies. Oh, okay.
Fight with fury, then rest.
I am quartermaster for the Maruk. If you prove yourself to us, then maybe I can supply you with some of our goods. We'll see. Don't get any big ideas. Sharing the bounty.
Care for the land, it will care for
Dragon Rider. Your help always makes us prosper. And in Maruk tradition, that means you share in this bounty. So take this and know that as long as I have anything to say about it, you are always welcome in Marukai.
May your
I guess I got this
family
because of the hunt that I did. 37 Dragon Isle supplies, okay.
Show me your hand.
Orientation. I look forward to seeing how you contribute to the Maruk.
Heed your blight.
Okay. This one is from the Onara clan. Onari. Yeah, and we are going to prepare the food for our ancestors.
My family greets your
What does the tour mean in your name? I am of Tira's bloodline, a daughter of Kana Matra Sarest herself. Okay. You may find many of us among Clan Tirai, dedicating our lives to upkeeping traditions and serving the Maruk in many ways. Oh, so she's, yeah, not from Clan Onari, but from Clan Tirai. What was the clan again? From the Clan Tirai. When a Kana Matra passes, a new one is chosen from her daughters and granddaughters. Thus the bloodline follows as we continue Tira's legacy.
Get some rest.
Clan Tirai, welcome outsider.
Farewell then.
Our ancestors walk beside us upon the winds of Onara, guiding and protecting us. All Maruk, dead and living, gather under truce at the corral. The scent of this meal calls the ancestors to our fire. When they arrive, the corral begins.
Ancestor, two young Shikar delivered some game from your travels. Bring it here.
Okay. Raw game meat.
Now we must season the meat. Grab some spice from our stores.
Oh yeah. She will want it very spicy. Not spicy, but seasoned.
Our foes eat more spice than this. Get more. It tastes better, but I can still feel my tongue. Bring over the biggest container of spice.
Yeah. Spice, motherfuckers.
Well done. Now that's enough spice to bring Maruk and Tira to the fire. You have the honor of charring the roast. Do not remove it from the fire until it is past blackened.
That's how I cook my meat. Not well done, but congratulations.
Good. The scent is strong. It will be easily carried to our ancestors on the wind.
Yep.
Place it on the offering table.
And that's why they do it. I think it's pretty common for some reason to think that spirits, ghosts, ancestors, all those kinds of things like it very melee, so to speak. When the taste is amplified beyond reason.
Be welcome.
Oh, whoa, I missed this dialogue. Why did you have me burn the meat? Onara's winds carry the scent of our offering to our ancestors, who live amongst her in the sky. The stronger the scent, the more likely it is to reach the spirits, yeah. By overspicing and overcharring our offerings, we make sure the smoke is strong and our ancestors can find their way back home.
May
Okay.
your arrow always fall
Honoring
true.
our ancestors.
Goodbye.
Done. And a new recipe.
Ancestors
I need to
protect
level my cooking. Clan Onir. The last one here. Actually, no, not the last one. What is this? Ah, it's just a quest and welcome an outsider. Hey, that's me.
The cold front precedes the storm. The chill seeps into my bones.
We cannot stop the wind, Seshtang, nor reverse its course. We must be guided by it, even into tumult.
May
Him?
Onara's
Clan Onir.
lift your spirit.
Oh, that is a good question. Are you of Clan Shikar or Onir? I was born in Clan Togus, aha, so third clan. A clan that once held major power in the plains. As a foal, I showed signs of a strong natural connection to Onara. An honor as it was to be blessed by our Wind Mother, I left my clan behind to join Clan Onir. With Clan Onir, I found my new home. I trained to hone my connection to Onara, rising through the ranks from Initiate to Wind Sage to my current rank. On. Aha. We of Clan Onir are spread throughout the plains, found doing everything from maintaining singing stones to advising Khans. I currently have the honor of advising Sensok Khan with the Wind Mother's swords. One day I shall return to my clan and another shall take my place. Okay.
Go with Onara's blessing.
It is cool to learn this lore. It is pretty good.
Off to your next
I shared with Tigari Khan the omen we received before entering Marukai. She expressed her concern as the wind felt cold to her as well. We cultivate certain flowers here, blooms that can be grounded and burned to elicit a trance-like effect. They are used to deepen our connection to an omen. I request that you collect some so that we may make an incense to burn. With my Khan's help, perhaps we can learn more about Onara's plight.
Go with Onara's blessing.
Now, there are some side quests.
This is sacred land.
I received an interesting letter from Onari Springs. As for the letter's content, it details, quote, horrid imprisonment, controlling mentors, and extreme boredom. It is formally signed by Initiate Radia. There is also a sketch of an eagle kicking a centaur named Milun off a cliff. Well, I suppose this is a call for help. If you are so inclined to see for yourself, to be frank, I think Radia is probably okay. She sends me such letters often. I think I slightly remember those quests. And in this particular case, those guys at Oniri Springs went completely nuts and joined Primalists.
Good luck. What roads have you traveled? Go well.
So this letter is actually real. But you know, the girl who cried wolf? Now nobody believes her. when shit really hit the fan. Okay.
The weather is turning.
Shikar Giver. Quest name. Oh, Zephyrius. Do you feel comfort under the sun? Do you feel safe under its bright caress? Does each day represents hope, the future, and a chance to live your life as you've always dreamt it? Why do you hurt me like this? Quest, that's not why you should... This was not your goal, probably. This should not be your goal. To hurt players like that. Then you know love as I do. Narman of Clan Shikar is my son. He is my world. So, okay, this is the 5th couple. Can I see one straight couple here? At least one. And all of them were males. I need to see who writes those stories. I think it might be fun. Okay, my eyes. Is it my eyes or is it really like that? Oh. It's here as well. No, I think it's a bug in the game. Okay, I see a lot of green here. And you see it too, probably. A man like him deserves a proposal worthy of stature. He must seek guidance from an... We must seek guidance from an on.
Where will the wind take you? Allow the spirit.
Hail, outsider. The winds tell me of a group taking shelter in the ruins of Emberwatch. They seem only interested in the past, while we Centaur choose to live for the present under the grace of Onara. The winds tell me of a group taking shelter in the ruins of Emberwatch. They seem only interested in the past. But we are like orcs from Warhammer, we live in the now. Okay. Nonetheless, they are guests in our home. I have fashioned for them these wind chimes, so they may hear Onara's presence. May it bring their hearth some joy and comfort. I've never noticed this. Let me move it around. Really, there is a lot of green here.
Now it will be quiet again.
And this is Askal Consulting and on, I guess.
The weather is turning.
Shikar Gear. Yes. Ask about Dava's proposal. Yeah, so we are consulting the wisest of Onari clan. Okay. How wonderful. Tradition would suggest you fetch some sweets for family. Hearthkeeper Erdan makes a fine pudding. Wait, what? I think this is read differently. Pudding? It's pudding in Russian, but here I am not sure. Let me try it.
Pudding.
Pudding. Same. Keep it concise. A short gesture is a strong gesture.
Stay sharp.
Oh.
Need supplies.
No, I do not want to change my
Maybe I can help.
Hearthstone. But pudding is good. Yak milk pudding.
Return when you have more to trade.
Oh, I remember this quest now. Yes. Yes. What is this? Sweet suckle incense. I guess I need to combine those, yes. So we made this incense for the main story quest to get more information about that omen. Burning the incense? Okay.
Wind corrupted. The storm overwhelming. The sign of a betrayal.
And also...
An Ohuna in crisis. No! Onara! Could she be in danger?
Okay, looks like that's it. And also all of that with the storm. Probably hinting at Razageth.
What news do you bring, outsider?
Tigari Khan is most well versed in reading omens. With your aid, we can learn more about this omen. We've already did.
Off to your next adventure.
We'd already done so, yeah. A betrayal threatens Onara herself. We must stand tall to free us. Now is the time for allies. But we already know who's going to betray us. It's kinda obvious here. Yeah, if I've read these quests, it would have been obvious to me. Now, Ember Watch. Why am I walking? Okay. Cultural exchange, I will do that. Bloodline Sweetsen. Provisioner Zara consulted. What's those quests? I guess let's do Provisioner Zara. Yeah, let's focus on one quest. I don't want to swap between them. I think it's hard to follow on stream if I do that. So yeah, let's focus on one quest. And do it. Okay.
What do I have?
It is my responsibility to ensure that we have everything we... Nice warrior. It is nice. Yeah, it is a really nice warrior. I was thinking about putting nice somewhere. I don't know. I have an idea.
Come back with
I
more.
have an idea. Let me... Shit. Can I zoom in? Probably can. It's for position like this. Can I change the color in the background? Background color, yes. Yes, I can. Hue, saturation, value. It can be black for all I care, yes. Background opacity. And the text color, select. Something like this. Yeah, this is going to be good enough. Can I add a border? Outline. Outline can be black. Yes, and background, where is the background? Okay. Yeah, that works, that works. Good enough. Not a perfectionist today.
Follows trust.
I have brought you sweets on behalf of Windsage Dawa. Wait. What? Wait a second. The quest was called Shikar Giver, right? Shikar Giver. Yes, let me share my screen. What was the text? Do you feel comfort under the sun? Can you see it? You kinda can. Do you feel safe under its bright caress? Does each new day represent blah 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 blah? Then you know Narman of Clan Shikar is my son. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. So we brought the present not to the guy but to his mother. Why? It's never mentioned in any of the quests. He is my light, he is my hope. A man like him deserves a proposal worthy of stature. We must seek guidance from an On. And what did the On say? I kinda missed why we gave the present to his mother and not to the guy himself.
May your
Okay.
journey end
Tomorrow
in
there will be a new event in Genshin, but it isn't really new. It's a return of an old event. And the event is hide and seek. Okay, cool. Cool. I plan to play a lot of Genshin during this weekend. We'll see how it goes. And I've done the web event once. The first 2 stages of writing stories. During the weekend I really want to push the TCG stuff. I want to start doing weekly challenges. I don't think I have them unlocked yet.
What roads have you traveled? My hearth awaits you. Take care which burrows.
That is a shit ton of reputation for nothing.
Good luck. Stay sharp. Off with you then. Up for an adventure? Go well. Trust your eagle eye. Good luck. Hold your dog.
Okay, all done. Yeah, so let's finish Shikar Giver first. Horns. Where can I... There. Zoom. That's a lot of health. And then rage. I really don't like this hide and seek, since my loading time is long and overall it's a contact with other random players. Oh, that kind of hide and seek. Oh shit, and it's with randoms. Okay, that's problematic. That is problematic. And it starts tomorrow. Do you know if it's going to last long or not? So last time I just did a minimum amount to get all the rewards and not touched again. Yeah, that would be my idea as well. I would do the same. I like my Genshin solo.
Greetings. Blessings to you for the road.
Arab Hog's horns? They'll do just fine. Arabhawk was once the mightiest Musken. Who's Musken? Okay. On the plains. This a fitting gift for the mightiest hunter. I am sure Narman will appreciate them. Perhaps one day he will teach me to hunt. And a near huntsman. Huh, imagine that. Oh yeah, he is Wind Sage as well. So he is of the clan Onir. You'll see, maybe you'll like it. I do not like anything even remotely PvP-like, and this hide and seek with other players is kind of... It fits PvP description in my dictionary. Okay, so, bringing you up to speed, this is the 5th gay couple that I've seen against 0 straight couples. And all of them are males.
Stay sharp.
I don't know who is writing quests, but I feel like something is up there. Representation indeed, yeah. They kind of took... No, I'll say it differently. I thought the idea was to make it balanced. And not completely one-sided. What's there? An ore? Derivite deposit underwater this deep? No. Not doing that. TM.
Our destiny is at hand. We shall endure.
Ember Watch.
Walk in the moonlight.
What was the quest here? Ah, I see. Okay.
You wish to
Dragon
speak?
Scale Coordinator.
Night guide you.
What is this? How fascinating. It must be an ancient artifact of great importance. We will need some time to study it.
We rejoin the world.
What was the artifact? Oh, wind chimes. So that they may hear Onara's presence. Okay. A Dragon Scale expedition requires your assistance. A sky scribe was sent to the ruins to gather information. Ah, they should be uninhabited. But I can hear his shouting from over here. He must be in dire circumstances for it to be audible at this distance. On this expedition we take care of our own. Why are you not there helping him then? Even the insufferable ones. Ah, that's why. Seek him out and protect him from whatever danger he has found.
Kaltharos Maudin.
Insufferable sky scribe who was sent God knows where. Okay, what is here? An innkeeper? Dancer? Another dancer? Dances to the wall? Jewel crafting? Okay, nothing important. Yeah, let's go do that. Why not? I haven't done this quest on my Demon Hunter. So I have no idea what's about to happen. Do not presume to know my intention. Correct my spelling again and I will tear you out of your pages. Wait, and I will tear out your pages. Enchanted Tome. Okay, so the book corrects his spelling. Cool. With hide and seek you are thrown on a map with 3 randoms. 3 of you are designated hiders, so to speak. And you run and hide by transforming to random items. And how are you supposed to find other people if they're just random items? And the last one is a seeker who needs to find hiders.
May I help you?
Unless the items are distinguishable in some way, this sounds pretty bad. It's like in Prey. Can I find it? Prey cup meme. Oh, yeah, I can show it. Not a mimic. Seeker has an ability to catch in an AoE around him, with basically no cooldowns. Okay, so you just run around and spam until you find the cup that's a mimic. Okay, I see. Can you actually buy it? Oh yeah, you can. From AliExpress. I need one of those. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Yep. Nilthazan Ruins.
Night guide you.
Well, of course I'm shouting. The book will not listen. What else am I to do? Well, don't talk to books. Go outside, take a walk. Good, I was just... he's outside and he's on a walk right now, to be honest. Good, I was just thinking that I'm in need of an adventure like you. Strong, sturdy, willing to work for a trivial sum. It is as if I willed you into existence. Well done, me. These ruins... Man, he's really insufferable. I see why they sent him here. These ruins seem to have brought the attention of others. We cannot rely on them to excavate it properly. They will taint the samples. Take this, deploy it around artifacts of interest around the ruins. It is enchanted to perform any necessary duty. Okay.
These times are troubling.
And the best part is, you get points for everything. What do you mean for everything? Even if you are a hider and you are the first to get caught, you will get bonus points for this. Aha. Okay. The Relic Inquiry.
Our era has come.
The Sundered Flame are here. Would you trust anyone claiming to be sundered with precious artifacts? I did not think so. Regardless, we need to know what they're here for. If we are to proceed, gather what you can recover from them and report back to me with your findings. There are more pieces to this puzzle than what we will find in the ground.
The Nightborn shall reign.
Okay, nothing new. 60 fragments.
I need to get closer.
Man, they become healthy. Okay, delivery. I will be back. Die please, die please. Yes, I will be back in like 10 minutes. I will try to do it faster, but I cannot guarantee anything. Yes, so let's stay here, mute my mic. I hope I'm not too late. So, let me see what's new in chat. Mike is on. So you'll get points whatever you do, and the difference between min and max amounts you are able to get is very low. The only exceptions is whether you are a seeker or not. Last time playing as a hider gave about 500 points per round, while playing as a seeker was 800-900. But getting a seeker is a 25% chance each round. Okay. So overall I did like 2 matches each day on average until I got enough coins to buy all the rewards. Since your total coins received has a limit that raises every day. Okay, yeah. So it makes sense to spread it out right away. And I didn't want to leave it all for when the cup would be at a maximum, because it would have been too much hide and seek for one sitting. Yes. Yes. That would be too much for me as well. So let me finish this. And I got some actual tea from the leaves, not from the bags. For the first time in God knows how long. Oh. And my cat really does not like the smell of that tea. What is this? An ore just disappeared. I guess it's somewhere way down below. Can't she pass? Let me move my laptop. Yes, she can. Okay, that's a hunter. I need to join him right now. He's about to pull the entire area. Okay. Okay, nice. Hey guys, come to me. Tools deployed. Yes, I need to do this as well. 1 out of 5. Aha. I actually don't know. It's an Earl Grey. It's supposed to be just a regular Earl Grey. But I think it's got something citrus-like? I'm not sure if it's a lemon or something like that. I need to read the entire not formula. Shit, I forgot. So yeah, I need to read the entire list of contents, what's in this tea, but it's supposed to be just a regular Earl Grey. Just in leaves and not tea bags, that's it. It's not some fancy brands, it's just literally a regular brand, but not in tea bags. That's it. to... Is it? Okay, the more you know. The more you know. Actually, here I can smell it. Yeah, here it actually smells like some citrus stuff, but not in the tea bags. So that's why I had actually zero idea. Okay.
Walk in starlight. Kaltheros Maldin.
They're still looking for something. Then why did you bring me this garbage? We have to find it before they do.
Our era has come.
Bah! We will learn nothing from the slaughter of laborers. Seek out their leaders, one of them will know what we need. Oh, and Zephyrius, listen to them before you kill them this time. You may learn something useful.
Walk in starlight.
Their behavior is most unusual. I need to see it up close. Rendezvous near the top of the ruins. I will find somewhere safe. I actually had no idea that bergamot is citrus. That's kind of impressive for me. Okay, this is the leader. Niltarion's magic is too strong. I've lost my will. Okay. It calls to me. I know that cats don't like citrus stuff, but they're, at least ours, is always curious about it. She can smell it from afar. She comes in to check it out, and she smells it until she can't smell it anymore. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, do I still need to do something here? I thought I killed the... Ah, this one. Cerazor the Preserver. In the previous guy, there wasn't any text box pop-up, but he whispered to me, disobedience brings pain. The shadow whispers from below, I cannot resist. Okay, so all of these guys are being controlled.
I need to target something first.
Miltarion's locus inside my head, he truly is the destroyer. Okay, so all of these guys are corrupted. Okay. Orders. I was collecting some orders. Where are they? Order. Aha, they go to some quest bag, I see. The aspects are complicit in the destroyer's crimes. Find evidence of their attempts to control us. Speak out. Resist. Scale Commander. Sarkarev. What? The aspects are complicit. Can I make it bigger? No, not this window. In the destroyer's crimes. Find evidence of their attempts to control us. Speak out. Yeah, so we know that Niltarion tried to not tried, but was controlling what's the name of the new race? Draktyr. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. So far, cannot make any conclusions. I have heard stories of the magnificence of the dragons and their kin. What kind of dark magic would turn them into such pitiful beings?
Caltheros Maldin.
I have seen a sickness like this once before in my life. I had hoped to never see it again. Okay.
These times are troubling. Watch your back.
Proto problems. I hold no love for the Sundered Flame, but even I cannot stand idle while they rip themselves apart like this. It is all too familiar. Whatever this locus is, it is safer in our hands than in their clutches. Follow the trail of bodies and I suspect we will find it. Do be careful, Zephyrius. I worry we will find that the nest is not quite as abundant as it appears.
Night guide you.
Hello. Hypoxicron? What is this? Whelps. Right side. Okay. Good, you've got it. Okay, I'm surprised he actually came all the way here. Now we make our escape. Find me at Emberwatch. And he just disappeared. I imagine there was supposed to be some kind of animation, but no. Blizzard is too busy fixing Razageth on Mythic. All 3 employees that stayed in the office during Christmas weekend. Kitchen spot. Oh, thanks to the stars. Join me, Zephyrius. I am glad you made it out safely. Do you have the locus?
The Nightborn shall reign.
Thank you. You have been most helpful.
Nor Bethos Suramar.
It really is quite enticing, isn't it? The locus was too much for the Sundered Flame. However, it fits just right in my hands. Funny that. This locus is like the One Ring. Looks like to me. Perhaps not. Not this day. Not again. Take it from me. It's not my burden to bear. It is exactly like One Ring. Okay. Goodbye, dear friend. Bring the Black Locust to the Telemancer Aerilin. New cloak for me. I really like those phrases. Not this day, not again. Take it from me. It's not my burden to bear. Feel like a nice tribute to me.
Greetings.
Do you have something to show me? There you go. This was found at the Nel'Thuzan ruins. Fascinating. Its markings are ancient, but they bear a resemblance to other artifacts we have discovered in and around the ancient machinations of Deathwing. Further study is necessary.
We rejoin the world.
It procced! Just how much more Neltharion's legacy is out there to be found. I do not believe this will be the end of it. We must be prepared when the time comes. We have work to do. Okay, this cloak is going to be helpful. Save. Same for the tank in spec. Back to arms. My transmog is fucked. Let me fix that. Oops. Okay, this chain of quests is done. Okay. Hello? Hunter Norman.
Hello.
Hello. I have hunted with Khans, outrun our fastest Bakar, and wrestled a full-grown Brufalon bull barehanded. As a hunter, I have nothing left to prove. However, as a partner, I still have much to learn. I swear to God, if his partner is male, I'm going to freak out. Oh, it's the same couple. Okay. Okay, it's the same couple from before, all good. Windsage Dava of Clan Onir is my heart and my joy. I wish only to prove worthy of his love. But I know nothing of traditions and rituals, so they are in the same boat. They are doing the same stuff to each other at the same time. I require the wisdom of the elders in Marukai. Exactly the same. I see. And there is going to be a wonderful heart-touching reunion in the end. What was that quest? Bloodlines, Sweat and Tirai. Okay, yeah. So let's go do that.
Be respectful.
Ask about Norman's proposal? A proposal? Nonsense. Tradition is very clear on this matter. Fetch some sweets for the matchmaker. A nice start will do. There are many ceremonies to be done.
May your arrow
So she actually says that you have to bring presents to the matchmaker. And I guess that's why we brought the pudding before to the mother and not to the guy himself. Honey plum tart.
I have something for you. My goods will serve you well.
I keep clicking, pressing N instead of M. At this rate I will have to rebind my talents button. After all these years.
The weather is turning.
Matchmaker Asila. Aren't you a handsome one, dear? There is plenty of eligible centaur participating in the fields, if you are interested. Best find the right one for you before they get themselves mauled. Won't be long before there is some little blood elf younglings running around. I have brought some sweets for you, matchmaker. Sweets, ahahaha. Asila takes a large bite of the tart. Did Odgerei send you? She knows I can't resist a good tart. While tradition does dictate an exchange of offerings between families, the true compatibility comes from ancestral guidance. Fetch some Cirrus flowers and place them before the burial mound. We will consult the bloodline.
Where will the wind take you?
Flowers. And the last one? Who dares awaken Saran Khan? Pardon, great Khan. We beseech your blessing in betrothal. Go on then, ask. Great Khan, I come before you for your blessing in seeking the hand of your grandson. I am among the mightiest of Shikar hunters of the current day. I can hit the eye of the... I cannot see my chat. I can hit the eye of Brufalon from 60 paces. I am faster than... Enough, I care not for your accomplishment. Is your love true? It is. Then you have my blessing. Stay true as you claim you are to be hunter. Love? This is far from traditional. Okay, so the only thing the ancestor cared about was love. And some elder was surprised by it. Can I turn this in? I can.
Be respectful.
I would sooner ask all the stars of the night sky to admire me. I would... Okay, this is too...
May your prey fly low and run slow.
Too emotional to me, for me. Where are we going next? After my own heart. Okay.
I thought you might come.
There is a small pond by the mirror of the sky where Narman and I first met during my initiate training. Initiates travel up there to be closer to Onara so they may feel the wind. I first saw him in the reflection of the water when a sudden breeze opened my eyes. It is the most beautiful sight in all of the plains. It will be perfect place for our proposal. Okay. Send for Narman, he will know the place. No, wait, this is wrong. This one.
Show me your hands.
Dava is already headed towards the pond.
Get some rest.
Already? Then I must hurry. Meet us there when you are able. See you in 10 years. Hope you will be still waiting for me. Where is it? Wanted? After my own heart, there it is. What's this? A shield? Mm-hmm. I should reach it. Well, it happens.
How is your hunting?
Thank you, Dava, and I will always remember what you have done for us.
I shall join you next time, perhaps.
I need to make a character, call him Sigma Bale, and never do any of these quests. These kinds of quests. Just intentionally skip them. What do you want?
Ah, just in time for the hunt.
Trouble in the Pines.
Off with you then.
There's been a primalist attack in the Shikar Highlands. If you have information or think you can help, head over to Pinewood Post and look for Oleg. Tell him I sent you. I sure hope the Dusty Hoofy remembers me. Keep to the roads. The plains are not as peaceful since all this change arrived.
Stay sharp.
Trouble in the Pines, I see. Some ore? Light path? Ore? Easy experience. Lala, hello. Oh! You can pet the dog. Okay. I wish the animation was better, but that's also fine. Now I hope there are cats as well. Maybe not in this tribe, but somewhere. Innkeeper, injured refugee, skinning trainer, postcards, again injured refugees. Lila.
Well then.
Sentinel Alek. Tyrann, he is still hoofing around, is he? Thank you for coming. We can use all the help we can get. Yeah, you have a lot of injured guys.
Go well.
Hold still, little brother. This wound is messy. I am not little. I'll heal just fine, Alek. Let me walk it off. Walk, you can barely stand. Be still.
My hearth awaits you.
Can we get more stories about those orcs who stood in Dragon's Blood? Not all this. If you are venturing out into the pines, please slay any storm-touched animals. This is not easy for me to ask, but they are clearly in pain, unable to be helped, and spreading their aggression. I suspect it's the Primalist doing. It must be coming from their outpost nearby, where I saw a strange magical altar at work. I'm going to go investigate again. If I am not back by the time you return, Scout Vato can brief you on additional tasks. We are grateful for any help. Okay. Thanks, Frivius. I'll be back soon, hopefully with more information about the Primalist outpost. Stay sharp. His name was Alek. Yes, I need to remember. Alek, easy to remember. Counting sheep.
Take care which burrows you search.
How frustrating. A rabbit stag did this while my brother Alek and I were scouting. Vato gestures at his bloody leg and winces. Are you here to help? After the Primalists attacked, our herd of Argali scattered into the pines. Their wool and milk are essential to the camp's functions. Take this whistle, which commands wish to herd the Argali back home? Oh, which commands wish, and wish is some animal, probably a dog, to herd the Argali back home. Sonda the butcher has her favorite treats if she needs extra encouragement.
Go well.
Wish. Aha!
Are you good?
diced meat.
Heed your
Okay, now she wants to work. I remember this quest, yes. I did this in my Demon Hunter. More than a rock. A pet rock. I found a pet rock. Cool. The shards are smooth and slightly hot to the touch. Lightning sparks deep within the core. Maybe Vaatu or Alec would know more. The thought of parting with the shard fills you with compulsion to hold the shard close, to keep it forever. What is this? Okay. Show the storm touch shard to Vaatu. Yep. Stakali. Yeah, let's do the animals first. Just druid things, dropping moons on animals.
I need to get closer.
I need to bring it... what is this for? Rock wall. Rock wall, that's my stuff. So Thanos was a druid. Yeah, probably he could do all the rolls, all of the ranged melee DPS. Probably, yeah. Yeah, I remember. Probably, yeah, that was true. By the way, this wall is specific to miners and only to those miners who picked special talent. I think this or this one. Yeah, allows for new mining opportunities, so this talent. So you need a miner with a special talent to open these doors. Nothing inside. Useful talent. There can be some container, but it's not here at the moment. Serivite, rich Serivite. Rich Serivite might be worth digging. If I can find it. But I can't. Okay. There is a shovel on the ground. It's to get out if you get stuck inside. Is that it? Ah, okay, so I just need to click on them. I thought I had to shepherd them to the camp. I remember there was a quest like that. Three out of 5. Okay. Woof, indeed. Last one. Okay, now kill a bunch of animals. Or hello. I guess we dropped too many moons. Oh, I can use vultures.
I'm out of range.
Okay, now I need to find... Okay. And one more. I see a bear.
I need to target something first. I need to...
Hello, Mr. Bear. Done.
Well then,
Scout Vato. Counting ship.
stay sharp.
Okay, that's a quest where we returned everything.
Take care which burrows you
Tempest Abound. That's the quest for killing animals.
off with you then.
And that's Petrock. Vato doesn't register your presence. He remains sitting, favoring the injured legs. Leg. And has his eyes closed.
Trust your eagle eye.
Vato mumbles to himself, eyes closed and arms crossed. Of course I get gored by a stag. Of all creatures, now I'm just another one who needs help. My brother will get all the credit, and no one back home will be surprised. Vato looks up. What? What's that you've got there? Glowing rocks? I'll look at one, but take the rest to somebody else. I'm a hunter, not an archaeologist. Vato snorts, glaring at his leg. Maybe this is a sign for me to switch jobs. Go on, you've proven more useful than I.
Good luck. Hold your dog. Take care which burrows
Okay,
you
okay, so he... Okay. He was useless. Do you know anything about this shard? Haven't seen anything like that from my travels, nor from my travelers. Okay, it's certainly not from these plains.
Take care which burrows you search.
Welcome. I have a
Do you know
story.
anything about this shard? Sorry, my specialty is foodstuffs. Though you say this grew in an animal, that's unnatural. I'd burn it and bury it.
May your arrow always fly.
just in time for the
And
hunt.
you? Basan takes a shard and knocks it against a piece of iron. It's tough. I could sharpen that and put it on the end of a spear. He hands the shard back and wipes his hands roughly on his leather apron. I don't like touching it. Doesn't give me a good feeling at all.
Stay sharp.
Hey,
Up for an adventure?
what happened to you?
Just in
Vato
time.
stares at shock at his leg, newly bloody and pierced with the shard.
Trust your eagle.
Vato stands up easily, as if his injury was gone. Why would you do that? I stuck the shard into myself. Stop putting stuff into your orifices. What the fuck? Nothing hurts anymore. I feel good, great, immense. Oleg still isn't back. Something must have gone awry. He should have never gone without me. Okay. You are sitting there hurting with a wound in your leg. And then some random guy with a strange amount of legs comparing to you, brings you a magic rock. And your first idea is to stick it in your wound. Okay. Okay. Okay, we have to find him now. You did what? I had to act. I feel better than ever. You are out of your mind. Okay. I imagine that doing lightning strikes is not something that Vato would usually do. Vato is the guy who put a shard in his leg. The shard. Vato rips the shard out and gasps for air. I completely lost control. Oleg was right. This terrible magic has to be the Primalists' doing. Please stop them. I must get my brother back to camp.
Good luck.
Lean on me, come on. Any other dialogue? I guess not. No, they disappeared. Storm Pylon. Storm Sage, and that's the pylon. Okay. I can deal with this. Okay, let's get back.
Well then.
You've returned. I felt the destruction of the source from here. Oh shit, that's normal level gear. Normal dungeon level gear. 3, 4, 2. No. So, let's see what this shit. Again, too fast. The shard amplified my desire to act, not think. I lost my rationale. In that case, I accept your apology, little brother. We'll keep you far away from such shards in the future. I wouldn't touch one with a 10-foot spear, but if you do, try not to fry me like a tall strider's egg again. I swear on my ancestors. On our ancestors, okay. I only wish that this was voice acted. That would make this whole questing just perfect. The quests are really good. Now, I am done with this settlement. Let's get back to Marukai, pick a new quest. Then I could prefer brute strength and power over all else. Do I want to do this quest right now? There is something else. The Field of Ferocity. Oh, that's the arena. I probably will do it at level 70, yes. But here I should have something else. I guess it's below Kanamatra. Yeah, I guess it's below. Is it? Yes, there it is. What's
My
this?
hearth awaits you.
Cultural exchange?
Go well.
Oh, that's it, I don't need to do anything. Outsider, you are proving yourself useful. Let this warm you on cold nights. And when it does, remember that we are friends. I see you're doing great things for our people. Oh, choose your reward. Ah, I remember I chose one on my demon hunter. Yeah. And you can buy them later from the vendor. Anyway.
Where will
Okay.
the wind take you?
Sharing the bounty.
Farewell.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm done with this. Oh. Right. Wrists. So 342, what kind of item level is that? Dragonflight, normal. Loot. It's better than normal? It's worse than heroic. Okay, good enough for me. And 342 I think is the minimal item level required to actually access heroics. Yes. Yes. Okay, there is one more quest here. Oh, that's a wanted poster. Okay. The Fields of Ferocity. Oh, no. This is just sends me to the Fields of Ferocity. Yeah. And that I'm going to do when I'm 70. Right? Scout Tamu. We've already read
Message
this.
from Sansa Khan.
Hello.
While you wait for the emissary to arrive, Sensok Khan is interested to hear how meeting the clans went. She sent me to find you and tell you to meet her in the center of Marukai to discuss. Okay.
Get some rest.
While there are many clans amongst the plains, the four you have formally met hold the most power. It is vital to your peaceful stay in our lands that you know their specialties. It is time to test what you have learned. Do you feel prepared? Okay, let's go. Which clan upholds our ancestors' traditions and guides the Maruk according to their ways? Tirai. Which clan is made up of centaur from across the plains who have honed a special connection to our god Onara? Onir? Which clan is the newest to rise to power? Nokud? Which clan specializes in honing their skills and hunting game across the plains? I would say Nokud again, but Shikar is left. While there are many clans among the plains... Oh, yeah, I've read this. Now, what do I need? I need haste and versatility for my protection spec. Yeah, I guess haste and verse. It didn't proc, so I'm staying with my Heart of Azmerlov. The emissary from Green Dragonflight has arrived.
My flight. It has been many years since our people connected.
As far as I remember, she's going to die, like, right now.
I come seeking aid from your Kana mantra. I request you let her know I am prepared.
We must go join the Kanamatra. I recommend you take this opportunity to speak with the emissary. You are both strangers here.
I'll admit that I have not left the Emerald Gardens in all my life, and as such I have never met a centaur, let alone a mortal from the mainland. However, I am not here as a kindly visit. I am not here as a kindly visit? What? I have never seen this structure, okay. But rather to plead for Centaur's aid in securing the Oathstone, our Oathstone, and protecting our church. I am glad to see you are here to help as well. There is much to discuss. Learn about the situation in the Emerald Gardens. I will get the... Wait a second. I need to check this. Okay, all good. Learn about the situation. I will get the chest. If it procs, it's fine. If it doesn't proc, also fine, yeah. I think mine is crafted. What's the charge of the Green Dragonflight? I'm actually interested. The Green Dragonflight is charged with the protection of nature and, most importantly, the Emerald Dream. It is a beautiful, spiritual, ever-shifting realm of natural wonder. A mirror of Azeroth as it may have one day been, or may still become. It is a world of healing, though it has experienced many of its own nightmares. What is going on in the Emerald Gardens? Do you know the Primalists? They have been launching attack after attack into our gardens since the Green Dragons returned. While the dragons are mighty, the flight has lost much over the years, and skirmishes have ended in stalemate. Merithra hopes that the Centaur can help us turn the tide. What is the relationship between the Green Dragonflight and the Maruk Centaur? Over 10,000 years ago, the Centaur came to the Dragon Isles looking for a place to call home. They laid claim to the vast open plains near our gardens. At the beginning, Centaur and Dragon were foes, hunting each other and fighting over territory. The Centaur's first matriarch, Tira, and Merithra herself were the first to fight alongside each other. Are they retconning this? Shouldn't it be Zera? Okay. I guess they just inserting her into the lore. Inserting Merithra into the lore. They proved the strength of Centaur and Dragon together. That it would be only beneficial to their people to lay down arms against each other. They made a pact of respect to stay out of each other's way, but to provide aid to each other when their livelihoods were threatened. Though it has been generations for the Centaur, Merithra hopes that the pact may still stand. Let me close it. Okay, nothing else can make notification noises.
Your support is welcome. Our forces are small in number. There are few defenders among us, but we are gardeners, not fighters. Within our gardens stands a portal to the Emerald Dream. We cannot empower our Oathstone without forces to defend our charge from Primalist attacks. Merithra hopes that the Kanamatra upholds her ancestors' pact to aid us in this time of need.
Okay, the chest hasn't procced as well. The Kanamatra? I clicked on the quest and the window disappeared, okay. Okay. I cannot linger in Centaur lands. I must return to the gardens as soon as I am able. The Kanamatra has agreed to hear our plea for aid. She awaits my arrival at the top of the Krutal, the central building of the Marukai. Though I must speak with her on my own at first, you are more than welcome to join us.
I must speak with the Kanamatra. I implore you to join us when you are able.
Captain of the Khan's Guard.
What roads have you?
I am ready for my audience. I remember the shit's about to go down, but I don't remember when.
Too have been plagued by these primalists. If Onora wills it, I will blow the horn of Dressal on the morrow to signal our accord with the Green Dragonflight.
Merithra, daughter of Ysera, is grateful for your...
Grateful? Ha! Dragons only respect dragons. No Maruk blood will be spilled for them.
You are not the Kanemacha, Balakar.
A true leader would never surrender this land to outsiders. You desecrate the memory of Maruk Thousandbones, Serist.
Stand down.
No. These plains belong to the Maruk. And Marukai belongs to the Nakud!
Crispy Dragon. Okay, and that's shit going down. Khan's guard. That traitor's fool. Akata spits on the ground.
Farewell.
Balakar disgraces his clan. He leads them into the storm, blinded by his lust for power. Their betrayal reveals their fragility. Cut them down.
Where will the wind take you?
Pathetic excuses for Centaur are beneath me. But here, take care of these weaklings.
Oh, I get to kill Bahir probably. Oh, that is so good. That's the shithead who stood at the gates and greeted us. Okay, then I could rule over war stories of our kind's ancient past. In truth, they are weak, play-acting children, and with one strike of lightning they have severed their connection to Onara. Well, if they will walk the path of corruption to seek war, then we will indulge them. Of course, Bahir was left in command to cover his escape. Her blood. Wait, let me reread this real quick. Of course, Bahir was left in command to cover his escape. It's never mentioned in the quest, I think. Yes, I don't see the name. Her blood will soon stain the ground. Okay.
Finally.
Yeah, we get to kill Bahir. That's nice.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Oh, nice, I never noticed it. But sweeping strikes actually apply rend to both targets. Yeah, if you use rend with sweeping strikes. I wonder how the damage is being calculated in that case. Is the second rend weaker? Does it affect the dot? This hand is doing some insane. Oh, level 64. Okay, he still has his stats.
I'm out of range.
Eight out of 10. Okay, let's move to Bahir.
It's too
I'll enjoy killing you, yeah, sure. I can use this, this. Balakar Khan will lead the centaur to victory. Well, he hasn't led you to victory. Covering their trails. Oh, wait, I still need to kill 2. Mm-hmm.
I need to get closer.
Nope. No fury today. And now I can turn in both quests.
Have you eaten?
The path they have chosen is now stained with blood. Scout Tamul tried to warn us this might happen. She may have further suspicions.
May your family be blessed.
Who is Scout Tamul? I don't remember. Okay. Balakar was an easy target for Korolev's corruption influence. Korolev, so that's the name of that elf. Bold elf. Crit haste. Okay. Clan Nakut's army is taking Marukai. Let us discuss our next moves in the Khan chambers. We must keep the Maruk safe.
Follow the wind.
Clan Nokud has made their choice. They betray the Maruk for power.
The storm crests the horizon. It grows dark.
My promise to the emissary stands. It seems the Maruk and the dragons need each other once again. Khans, ready your clans for war. Outsider, you must be the dragon seeker Sansok Khan told me about. If you aim to help the dragons, you can help us. The daughters of Tiras.
The very lifeblood of the Maruk is in danger.
Good luck.
Balakar will marshal his foes for war. I will do the same, but we are outnumbered. The dragons have asked for our aid, and we can use their help to even the odds. To answer their call for an alliance, I must blow the horn of Drushal. But I need Onara's blessing. Will you help me? Go to Tirakai and deliver my declaration of war to my lieutenant, Jebotai. He will marshal my forces and direct you to the mystics who can find Onara.
Combat, make haste. We must rally our forces and find Onara before Balakar can bring his army to bear.
Oh, Hooves of War, I see. Okay. I'm on autopilot.
This is
Jebotai, hello.
See you soon.
He reads the message, becomes concerned. The Nakud are powerful and have many allies. It will take all we have to withstand them. You had the Khan Matra's trust. Her orders were to rally our friends and prepare our people. I need your help. Seek Hojan to mobilize the remaining Khan's guard. Alert Scout Kenyung to possible Nakud incursions. Inform Agura to expect wounded. And tell Gensai to prepare our provisions. As for the Mystics, I believe they left recently. I will see if any remain in Tirakai. That's way too many names.
I have not seen such a massive conflict for generations. This war will spread across the entire plains.
Yeah. Under Yuvari. Let's pick this side quest.
Where are your manners?
The Nakud and Ukel clans. The Nakud and Ukel clans have overtaken the Eternal Kurgans. Their purpose can only be malign. Our most esteemed ancestors are buried there. I sent Initiate Zorik to investigate. He still has not returned. He is capable but lacking in confidence. Please help him to put a stop to their foul activities.
Where will the wind take you?
Up to no good. Okay.
Be respectful.
What should I do? What would Yuvari do if he were trying to stop this? Clan Ukel dishonors itself with dark magic. Now they have moved into the Kurgans with their Nakud allies. Neither clan should be here. I've been watching from here where I'm safely out of sight.
Farewell, then.
I can't see what they are doing from here, but I fear they're desecrating the Kurgans. Please go to the nearest tomb and see if you can stop the ritual they are performing. And if you find anything that may tell us their purpose here, please bring it back to me.
Fight with fury.
I will stay here where I cannot be seen. Perfectly still. Ganzaya. Rise, go to fight for the Illuke. Never. I must fight for clan. What? Okay, they have some way of convincing ghosts. You cannot stop us. Death is temporary. That's a nice attitude. Exhumed Hunter Spear. Necrotic energy still emanates from this spear, which once belonged to a powerful Shikar hunter.
Are you good?
Were you able to stop the ritual? No, I wasn't.
Get some rest.
This spear, it belonged to my mother, Keithan. She was a great hunter. When she got sick, I couldn't save her. Like all great Maruk centaurs, she was buried with her weapon. But this means the Ukel are using these weapons to raise spirits and bind them to their service, including my mother.
Trust your plan and none other.
Desecrator Annihilator.
Goodbye.
My mother was a hero. She deserves peace and rest, not this enslavement. None of our heroes do. They must pay for this, and our ancestors must rest once more, with their weapons, with honor. Take the weapons back from those desecrators.
Heed your blind spots.
I fear the spirits will be unable to find their tombs, even if we release them from the Ukel's grip. The Ukel are also raising the ancestors' animal companions who guided and protected them in life, bringing the skulls of those animals and the sacred soil disturbed by these enemies. Combined, these reagents should help the ancestors find peace.
May your arrow always
I will make my way to the other side and work out how we might release the spirits from this magic. Or Titan Touched. That's a lot of experience. Boom. No, not a lot of experience, okay. I was expecting something like 10,000. Okay. What is this here? Something below that I can loot? Wait. There it is. Clan chest. 10,000. Primal Chaos. Okay. And this is Expedition Scouts pack. Okay. Sacred Soil. Bakar.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
A few more skulls.
Target something first.
Rested XP is done. Yep.
I need to get closer.
How do I get the weapons? That's how I get the skulls, by killing the animals, but the weapons, I guess they come from centaurs. Yes. Hello, guys. Isn't that too many of you? Better. Clumps of soil. Fuck, forgot about it.
Target something first.
Okay.
It's too far away.
Yeah, my stream manager died. Okay. It's going to be back in a minute. I'll be looking at this screen for now. I might miss some messages, yes, like this definitely. Okay, soil is done. Now I need to kill the centaurs and loot the weapons.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
I got the weapons and I killed enough. Okay. I guess this is pseudo-random on Blizzard's backend because it aligned perfectly. What am I doing? Just get on the mount, jump.
Show me your hands. Get some rest.
Okay, this one. This is a good start. I can use these weapons to free their owners, I hope. Level 70. We are no longer nice. It is what it is. Remove. Yes. Okay. As soon as my stream manager is back, I will change the title. Do you have the reagents? Yes, perfect. Cool. Good work. Those not nice at all. Good work, those desecrators cannot force any more of my ancestors to fight with them. But the brute yelling out their orders must be handled. This is their overseer Zambul. He must be stopped.
Farewell, then.
You stop Zambul, I will craft a totem to free the Haman. It might not work, but I have to try for my mother. Okay. First, talents. I have to make a lot of difficult decisions regarding my talents. Where to look for them? Let's see. Probably not here. Where to look for talents? What talents to choose? Why is this so hard? There we go. Mythic Plus. Okay, I've decided on my talents. That was hard. But I got a stun. Okay. Okay, what else? What's this? Deep Wounds, Rends, and Thunderous Roar. Bleed effects last 6 seconds longer. And have 5% increased critical strike chance, which is great. Okay, the manager is back. The stream is lagging behind. Why is that? I see the stream is really behind. Let me refresh this page in a second. Yeah, it's like, 10 seconds is fine. Okay, what else do I have here? Maximum Rage, yeah, that's understandable. That was here before. That was here before. Rallying Cry, is it on my panel? No, it is. Damage for 200, what's this? Thunderous Words. Increase the duration of Thunderous Roars. Do I have the Thunderous Roar at all? I don't remember it. Roar, is it? Oh! Yeah. My bad. Bleed effects by 15% at all times. So the bleeds are really buffed. What is the stat priority? Human warrior. Orc warrior. Yeah, that's expected. Tauren blood elf. Night elf. Magar orc. Should be more of these, okay. Orkins, dwarfs, void elves, high mountain, Zandalari, Draenei. I expected more Draenei warriors. Okay, trolls, Nightborn, Lightforged, cool Tyrann, Pandaren warrior, Vulpera warriors. There they go. Mecha gnome. 0%, non-existent. Okay, is there such a thing like stat priority? Strength, haste, crit, mastery, versatility. Versatility is last. Okay, so haste, crit. Mastery. Ah, haste equals crit. Yeah, they take the first spot. And mastery is close second. Yeah, it would be nice to have a bunch of mastery. Or bleeds. Since bleeds are buffed. Okay. What about protection? Same, I need Mythic Plus. What's the difference? Mythic Plus. In Mythic Plus you take stun. Pain and gain. When you take any damage you heal of your maximum health. Yeah, that might be useful, yes. What happened here? Ah, Aurora is online. Bounding Stride. Reduce the cooldown of Heroic Leap. It's not in the Mythic Plus build? That is super strange. Oh, you get Intimidating Shout in Mythic Plus build, okay. Yeah, obviously you get Shockwave. Stuns are important there. And on the right side, it's identical, okay. Haste versus Crit Mastery. I would prefer Haste Crit, but okay. I would really prefer Haste Crit. You don't really need Leap when you can use Charge. I forgot about charges. It's not only the regular charges. There is this little thing. Shield charge, a new charge. They gave you a new charge that hits like a truck, that stuns enemies for 4 seconds in an area, that generates rage. Okay, yeah. Leap is only useful when you don't have a target at your destination. Yes. Which happens quite a lot, unfortunately. I need to handle my abilities. Now, that's in place, but in M+, you move from one pack to the next, so you have plenty of targets, yes. That's my stun, I want it here. I want this here, yes, alright. Challenge and Shout. Taunts on all enemies. I'm not sure I want it here, but okay. That's supposed to be here, that can go here. I don't have my Intimidating Shout. Slam, I don't need Slam. Where is it? I thought I picked it. Or, I mean, it was picked. Intimidating shout. Ah, there it is. Alt G. Is this a good place for it? Challenge and shout can go here. I'm not sure if it's a good place. Shift G, shattering throw. It's a PvP talent, right? No. There is an improvement for it. Shattering throw is here. Yes, I remember now. Avatar increases the damage of your thunderclap and shockwave by 50%. Aha! Increase the radius of demoralizing shout. Each enemy hit by thunderclap reduces the remaining cooldown on demoralizing shout by 1 second. Is it during demoralizing shout or just overall? And is it 1 second per clap? Per 1 cooldown? I need to test it. Yeah, if they nerf warriors again, I will have to test it, but for now, it really doesn't matter. You just cannot be killed. Let's finish this quest chain, and it's pretty late. And today is Thursday, right? Is it Thursday? Yes, it is. Yeah, so I guess I'll just finish the quest today, and I will be doing dungeons tomorrow. Yep. I spoken to Sadler. The nerf wasn't really a nerf. Yes, it wasn't. I mean, if they do an actual nerf, then maybe I will have to read my talents. But for now, just comparing normal experience from between Warrior and Demon Hunter, Warrior is OP as fuck. I cannot overstate this enough. Warrior is just invincible in dungeons. This is just normal experience so far, but comparing normal experience on Demon Hunter and Warrior, the difference is huge. You don't use prot stance that much, really? Well, yeah, I've been way too tanky. Maybe I can actually use battle stance there. And I need to reread the nerfs, because as far as I remember, there were like 4 of them in a row. Each day a new nerf. I will probably read the blue tracker tomorrow. And I have a question. You don't use prot stance that much, or Sadler doesn't use prot stance that much? That's a very important question. Because I remember him tanking some stuff wasn't supposed to be tanked. He's playing Hunt. Mostly. 50,000 mortal? 40? Balakar said that Nakud will rule. Okay, I like those crits. I really like those crits. Zambul's ancestors would be mortified if they saw his dishonorable actions. I wonder if his dishonorable actions, I wonder if he desecrated any of their tombs. He's playing Hunter mostly.
How is your health?
Cleave? I have
May your
Cleave?
arrow always lie true.
Oh, it's a Mythic Plus. Oh, that's a whole different build. Right. That's a whole different build. Do I even still... Yes, I do still have Fueled by Violence. What is the difference between this and my leveling? There is not much difference. Yes, and plus just pick some additional talents. Yeah.
Hello.
An initiate must not take pleasure in the death of another Maruk, but Zambul makes that a challenge. I'm glad you're dead.
Goodbye.
The ancestors are gripped by this dark magic. They will fight before they follow. The Yukil raised our fiercest warriors and hunters. Stopping them will be no easy task. I'm going to come along and help. It's time I put my mother's spear back to use. Once they're defeated, use this totem I've crafted to help the subdued spirits find their way back to Kurgans.
Get some rest.
What is this? Spam. Russian spam. You should put click on your panels at least some other time. Some other time, yeah. But no, I should and I will in a second. I just... Let me see again. Aha, so this is not taken. And this is not taken. Let's see. Cooldown of Cliff is reduced. What would be a good place for it? That's 3-second cooldown. 20 rage. 4,000 damage. It replaces Slam. Do I still have that Whirlwind buff? Yes, I do. Of course I do, it's Mythic Plus build. Spacebar. But how will I jump without a spacebar? Because you have to jump, it increases damage. Ask any fire mage. Okay.
I'm out of range.
They changed the animation of Cleave. Fuck. I love the original effect. I really loved it. I wonder if there is a glyph that can revert it back to its original state. Because I like the sound that it made, I like the color of the animation, of the effect. That lime color. Oh, it wasn't a panel. Why were you complaining?
It's too far away. Target something first.
Technically, it wasn't the panel. I could still click it.
I'm out of range.
My gear does not allow me to pull more. I need to do a few dungeons. Definitely Eternal Slumber. Oh, what's inside of here? What's inside of here? Aha. There can be a molten chest on the side. Here. But it's not here right now. Molten chest. Rare scanner cannot alert you of this container, so pay attention to purple glowing objects. Aha. Okay, so I have to search for it myself next time. Arban, hello. I don't think I need more haste, to be honest. I have so much rage, I don't know what to do with it. Do you have this OP heal when not taking damage talent? It was good in Overworld. I don't think it still exists. I think it was replaced by Fueled by Violence. I don't think that talent still exists. I forgot what it was called. Let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah, check it. I think it was replaced. Yeah, sure. Yes, this talent throw basically, it's either Fueled by Violence, which heals you for 85% of your deep wounds, or when you parry, you heal 10% of your maximum health. Oh, and that's his mother. You have given me yet another reason to be proud of you, Zorik.
Be welcome.
I'm so relieved that my mother is at peace again. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Tomb Collier Arban has holed up in the largest kurgan, where the first Maruk ancestors were laid to rest. Stop Arban before he raises Maruk and Tira. I think those are dungeon bosses. Where is Nakud Offensive?
Then rest.
Nakud Offensive. Yes, Tira and Maruk.
Hello. May your arrow always lie true.
Left 3, third row on the right. Left 3. What do you consider a third row here? Left 3, you mean warrior points? Third row. Shit. Maybe you can write the talent name, I can search for it. Second wind.
Target something first.
Left 3 on the right. Okay. What can I sacrifice for it? Let me duplicate it. Can I duplicate it? Okay, I can duplicate it. Yes. By some damage, I really look at this sidearm. I do not like it. I do not need it. And it also kills critters from time to time. Stun is important, since it's also a save. I can sacrifice this, execute. I can do this. Execute, I think, is a better idea. Yeah. Yes, definitely that was a good idea. Why wasn't it picked for leveling? That makes no sense, but okay. Yeah, that is a good idea. Yes, I won't need it indeed. I had little use for it even while I was leveling, so... Yes, it is OP because while you run between mobs, he loves death so much. I hope he enjoys his own. Meaningless, we already have what we came for. Karim assist if Tira and Maruk's graves are intact. Yes. Yeah, so while you run between mobs, it heals you up, but I haven't had any issues while I was leveling. Tira's tomb has been desecrated. Quick, let's check Maruk. And Maruk the same. Taking their weapons. Unlike my mother and our ancestors, no one will wish for Arban to live again. Thank you for helping me avenge them.
Trust your plan and
The Nakud Offensive, Founders Keepers. Tira and Maruk's weapons were removed before we stopped Tomcaller Arban. Our greatest ancestors may fight again in these plains. For the Nokud. Go to the Nokud offensive. Find Maruk and Tira. When you have subdued them, bring their weapons back to the Tirakai burial mound. We will lay them back to rest with the honor they deserve, in a place we can protect more easily. While you free Maruk and Tira, I'll update Yuvari on what's happened. Okay, so it's pretty late. I will go back. I will turn in the quests that I have right now. I have 2 dungeon quests in the Waking Shores. I will get some decent gear from them, and that's going to be it. Tomorrow I will do world quests, I will do dungeons, probably in that order. A bunch of new quests are available. A bunch of new quests are available, what the fuck? $150k health.
The defenders of the Ruby Life Shrine are stretched thin, repelling primalist attacks. Please, lend them your aid.
Oh, wait. Got to distract it. What's here? Terilot the Devout. Somewhere here. Huh. There he is. How much health? 500. Okay, should be fine. Oh, the cleave gets buffed from overpowered. That makes sense. Yes, that does make sense.
I need to target something first.
Cloth. Okay. Okay, where was that quest?
We safeguard the Isles.
Chest, trinket, is used trinket. Haste mastery, and trinket is just strength. To call Ruby Whelpling, which will try to be helpful. I think it also heals, I don't really want it. Ah, okay. Whelpling it is. Use. One day cooldown, okay. I shouldn't really use it, so it goes here. Essentially, it's a passive trinket with some flavor effect. Whoa, I still use this here? What, really? Really? There should be other options. Oops, sorry. Like this, and the Whelpling goes here. Safe. back to arms. It's said that you need to jump through all those hoops to get Dragonflight and playtime from where I am. Yes, all those streams make me want to try it out. But perhaps that an ability of mine is for the best. I don't actually know how you can even get it. For me it was like a lot of effort. I was actually giving Blizzard documents, my rent contract, proof that I pay my bills here, like electricity bill, I had to provide it to them. I don't know. I would say if there is a way, keep it in mind, but wait for at least one more patch. You never know with Blizzard. Because right now it's good, but who knows what's going to happen at like 10.1. Maybe I can help as well, like buy something from here. Since here it's a bit more available.
My friend, our history together is illustrious. Surely you'll lend me your support here at the Citadel.
I saw playtime cards at the grocery store, but I don't know if you will even be able to redeem them.
You'll aid us in our efforts to settle here on Azeroth.
Also, as far as I remember, they are giving out like 3 days free trial of Dragonflight. I don't know exactly how it works, but probably since your account is always available to you, even if you don't have subscription, you're just limited to 20 days, to 20 levels. But with Dragonflight, you might be able to level all the way. With Dragonflight trial. But I'm not sure, it's just a guess.
May the flights protect us.
A ring. Legs. Haste Mastery, Crit Mastery, Crit Mastery. I guess Haste Mastery is what I should go for. But I can probably craft legs soon. I cannot craft rings. And I also need a ring.
Go with the aspects.
Okay. I'm not in a guild anymore? I got kicked from the guild. I wonder why. That was just some random guild that invited me out of the blue. And they kicked me so suddenly as well. I know that just random invites are not allowed. Blizzard actually doesn't like it when you spam invite people. So maybe they got banned for it. Okay, let's fly back to no, let's not fly back anywhere. Let's just find any... I don't even need a tavern anymore. Let's just drop wherever. On this Saruman's tower. That's it. Tomorrow is Friday before Christmas, so probably no one is going to work, and probably I will be out early as well. There is a high chance that I will be early, streaming early. Yeah, and probably we will do all of the dungeons tomorrow, preferably on Mythic. Available on the store. What local? What do you mean? What is available on the store? Look, oh, those cards. No, they actually do not care. They actually do not care. Because I tried to pay from my local visa, from this country. I tried to pay on my Russian account and they did not allow it. They said that actually all of the payment methods were removed from my account, only PayPal stayed. But when you try to pay from PayPal, there was another error. So yeah, I had to contact the Blizzard support. It took a few days, and they just completely switched the country on my account so that I could pay. But Russian accounts just, at least when I was trying to do it, when was it? Last spring, when I was trying to do it, I couldn't pay even with local cards, not Russian cards. I remember there were just validations and locks on different steps, and if you, like, I remember I was feeling like I made it for one validation, but I clicked continue and it just failed with just some random error. And the first couple of tickets were just saying fuck off, basically. Until I raised the issue the third time, and then I guess my ticket got to someone more senior. And I just complained I don't want to lose all this progress that I had over those 10 years. I had some legendary items, I don't want to lose them. And they allowed me to give them some documents to change my country. So yeah, that was an adventure. And it's the same for Julia, she can't play right now. She also wants to try, but she can't play. She also needs to jump through all those hoops. So that's it. See you tomorrow. I will try to be early. I will also update my schedule for the next couple of days. Right now, yeah. That's it. Bye.